Every piece of art is unique, but generally, artwork tends to fall into one of 7 broad categories as far as style. And knowing a little bit about these categories, whether you like classical or more modern art, can transform your experience. Realism is one of the oldest and most encompassing of the art styles. Since the beginning of time, artists have been trying to convey what they see around them, which is reality, or realism. But it wasn't until the mid-1800s that realism became a defined style. And it was a style in which artists painted unembellished portrayals of the world around them, life as it is. The contemporary definition is much broader and can simply refer to an accurate, true-to-life depiction of people, places, or things. If you can easily identify the subject of the painting and it's conveyed in a realistic way, then you're likely looking at realism. Many people can recognize Impressionistic paintings. In fact, you can think of it as looking at the world through a warbled glass window. What it does is it breaks the view down into different shapes. Impressionism is basically a compilation of small, visible brush strokes, a focus on light and atmosphere, and very often the use of pastel colors. Today you'll find artists that are pure Impressionists, or you may find artists who sometimes dabble in it. There are also artists who like to combine Impressionism with other painting styles, such as Realism or abstraction. Expressionistic paintings are full of emotion. I liken the style to stained glass, where the colors are intensified, the lines are strong, and the image is a distorted or exaggerated version of reality. Often, you will see very free brushwork and heavy applications of paint. The style is called Expressionism because the artists feel that expressing their personal interpretation or emotion is more important than conveying reality. They don't just paint what they see, they paint what they feel when they see it. Today's expressionists may also be called colorists. A colorist is an artist who has a special talent and imagination when working with color. Look for aspects of expressionism in today's work. It might include intense colors, or a creative play on reality, or maybe a bold use of lines. Photorealism is just like it sounds, so photorealistic that it's hard to tell it's a painting. Precise, exacting detail, and precision color matching. These are things that identify a photorealistic painting. I've heard it asked, why would you want to paint something that looks just like a photograph? I think it's the challenge of it, and it takes incredible talent and skill to achieve that level of realism. Abstract art is a style where the artist takes out elements of an object or scene. Like a view through a textured glass window, reality is broken down into a series of shapes, lines, colors, and textures. It's sometimes called abstract expressionism, and you can see why, because you often have the bright colors and the strong lines and some of the features of expressionism, except more gestural. Today's abstract artwork can range from the completely non-objective to those with some identifiable objects. Surrealism began around the 1920s and was heavily influenced by the writings of Sigmund Freud. The artist delves into the subconscious mind. It's heavily imaginative, and some would even say dreamlike. Using our example of looking through glass, it would be like looking through a kaleidoscope. It was originally kind of a rebellion against society and against contemporary thought. Today you may not have too many pure surrealists, but you can definitely see the influence on certain works of art. Pop art derived originally from advertising and popular culture in the 1950s and 60s. It was originally a kind of challenge to traditional art forms. The style is fairly easy to recognize. It tends to look a bit commercial and features items that we use in our daily lives. Being able to recognize some of the most prominent art styles will make your art experience much more exciting. And the next time you look at art online or visit an art gallery or museum, you'll see the work through a whole new set of eyes.